So, Eagles fans, you guys were a play away from winning the Super Bowl. Now, I know you guys have been telling some of your former teammates and your teammates now to get over it. But how do you guys feel right now, knowing that you were this close to having Super Bowl title number 2 this year? Kev, I'll start with you.
I mean, it is what it is. A lot of us, not even y'all, anybody in the chat, anybody anywhere was expecting us to make it that far from the beginning. During the season, yeah, people thoughts changed, but beforehand, it was more so of a let's see what Hurst can do type of year. We just happened to take off the way we did. Everything just came together and happened like that. So us losing it is not as big of a hit as it will be for most teams in that position as a fan base and as an actual team. So I have to keep it short. That's what my take on it.
Blaze?
I love the position we're at right now. We did great in the Super Bowl, and we only went up from there. I love the offseason moves. I love who we drafted. I love the players that we picked up and the players that we signed back. So moving forward, I feel like we are. It's only up from here. There's no way, in my opinion, that we're going to fall off or we're going to lose a step. We did miss a lot of key players, but we gained a lot of key players as well. So I'm excited about the season.
And last but not least, AJ.
Losing the Super Bowl is tough, man. I ain't gonna cap about that. I wanted to see another banner. I wanted another ring, of course. Things happen. I'm not going to ignore the fact that it's always hard to bounce back, even after winning a Super Bowl, let alone losing a Super Bowl. So it's tough, but like Blaze just said, I like the moves that was made in the offseason. I'm sure we're going to get to that in a second. I like the moves that was made in the offseason. I like how we bounce back. I'm confident in our quarterback, our leader. And it gives me hope that we'll end up right back where we belong and we'll finish the job. But it's tough to lose a Super Bowl. I ain't going to cap about that. It's painful. It still stings. I haven't gone back to watch no highlights, none of that. It's just, it is what it is, though. It happens.
I guess you guys know how I feel about the last 2 Super Bowls the 49ers went to. So, yeah,
That's
still
tough.
pretty
It's
salty about
tough.
those. Yeah, definitely tough. Random stat, but I think y'all have already seen this before. But the last 17 quarterbacks that have lost their first Super Bowl that they went to never got back. Now, AJ, I know you said that Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow are the 2 that will go back. You still believe that?
Of course. When you look at the team, let's start with Burrow really quick. You look at the team that Burrow has around them. The defense is subpar, but they do a good job at making the necessary stops that they need. They create turnovers. They get the job done. Offensively, I mean, you still got, Jamar Chase. You still got T. Higgins. Burrow needs to stay healthy. They need their offensive line to, do what they're supposed to do. But he's the type of quarterback that I believe can get them back there. It was just an AFC Championship game, couple calls here and there, a couple plays here and there. They're right back in the Super Bowl. In the case of the Eagles, again, we're going to go down a roster a little bit in a second, I'm sure. But, I mean, they stacked everywhere you look. You got really 2 main holes. You got the safety issue. You got the linebacker issue. Outside of that, your offense is stacked. Everybody's pretty much under contract for the next couple years. You got a couple guys' contracts coming up. But everybody you need, for the most part, is under contract. And when you got a guy like Hurts who is ascending the way he's ascending, it's hard to believe that anybody's going to knock us off anytime soon. So yeah, that's just how I see it. The NFC kind of weak right now too. I expect it to be a little better this year, but overall, like, I think within the next 5 years he'll be back.
Hold up. We got our first super chat from your done son himself, my guy Tomo. $5 super chat. Shout out to Artur for always giving the people a voice in the Eagles a soapbox to cry. Hashtag slip and slide. Hashtag cry Eagles cry. I knew that was going to happen today. We might have 30 super chats just because it's the Eagles and we know how much they are hated in the chat.
Who is crying? That's not
right.
Oh man.
It's all good.
All right, so I want to ask.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe, and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.